we were going to show some wrestling moves, and Vaughn here is going to be our pawn for the today.
I'm no pawn. I'm winning.
Oh, you're winning. Oh, okay.
Take a sweatshirt off for this one even. So simple, little elementary basics, man. Stance, front foot forward, knees bent, elbows bent, left, right foot, don't matter. Whatever's comfortable for you. Move. You want to be comfortable, balls of your feet. You want to be able to move around like that.
Like a
And
cat.
yeah, exactly, like a cat. And again, elementary school, first thing they teach is a simple drop step. So that's going to be the basis of every takedown, just about every takedown you're going to do. Right leg forward, knee down, grab the legs, step up, boom. So it's simple, simple. And then when you come in here, little drop step, boom. Elbow goes right to, or shoulder goes right to the gut. You want to knock the guy out just like that. Boom.
Yeah, because it will take his breath away a little bit, right? Just so that he's like, oh,
Exactly,
he's like, so
exactly.
because then he's like, oh, and then you can pick him up and do what you need to do.
Yep. So again, foot, knee, shoulder in the belly, hands behind the calves. You can step up and finish this way. Take him right to his butt.
Woo!
Just like that.
But, so that's just the single leg, though. But is
that
your favorite move the
That's-
double leg?
That was my double leg, but my move in high school was just a high crotch. So
okay.
instead of both arms back like that, it's going to be shot up like this, turn the corner.
Can't punch.
Just
so
like
right
that.
through underneath.
Oh.
Yep. High crotch. Bust him in the crotch.
Okay.
And then you also had, so you could only do, you can't, I heard, is this true, that you can't have like a full grip of, like, you have to have it like this?
So when you take somebody down, you can't lock your hands right there. But if you want to return somebody to the mat, you can go like this.
No.
Lock your arms. You want to get in the side?
Oh, jeez.
Boom.
Boom, okay.
Just like that.
Okay. So no, because that's what I heard, that if you lock your arms, that
So-
you get like a penalty point or something, right?
Correct.
Okay.
If they have 4 points of contact on the ground, my grip was more like this. I like to grab the wrist. A lot of wrestling guys like to go like this, but I didn't feel that was as strong.
Okay.
Other than that, that's pretty much my basics I got for you.
Oh, man.
That's pretty.
What do you think, Vaughn? How'd that feel?
That was good.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
So you were the pawn. You weren't the.
I guess so. Ain't no way I'm winning that.
Even though you told me I had to go in the ring, I was like,
I thought you were going to come with a singlet and all
Well,
that.
no, I kind of.
I almost brought one for him.
Yeah. Welcome back. Another episode of Whistle Whistle Podcast. Episode 4. We
No,
did it.
four
Yeah,
episodes in already, huh?
Yeah, we're not slacking here. We're actually going with it.
And we're actually in person.
Yeah, in
like,
person
Whoa,
this time.
whoa, hold on, folks.
As you can tell, it's a little different here today. You don't get our
yeah.
faces, you get our whole body.
Yeah, so hey, we are using the microphone to our
Yes.
my super fan here.
Super fan, fundamental super fan. We are putting your
Yes,
gift to use.
Yeah, yes. So thank
So-
you again. I don't even know what to say. Like, just
Right.
I'm happy.
Yeah. So we got another fun-filled day. We have a guest here. We have Liam Grantham. He's a buddy of mine. I'll let him introduce himself here a little bit.
Yeah, Vaughn and I have been buddies, I don't know, 6-7 years now.
Six,
Met.
7.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
You got me.
And I'll see myself out.
So
now.
funny enough, the story of me and Vaughn meeting is actually my wife was a bartender at a local bar, and him and his wife, I don't think they
We're
were
getting
at the
pops.
time. Yeah,
Getting
we're getting
pops.
some road pops and
Regular pops.
regular pops.
Mm.
Met my wife, and here we are now.
Crazy
I'm,
how life works like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Liam's here. We said he's our resident wrestling expert,
Guru right there.
guru. I'm sure there's people that have different to say, but they can comment below. I have a feeling I know a couple people that will if they see this. So another great week in sports here. Some
Yeah.
major updates, major 4, and a couple of different ones here. So I'm going to dive in. Kind of a different one that I follow is the Moto America motorcycle racing. I don't follow as close as some people, but my wife enjoys it. Her family's involved, so I'm involved.
Yeah, probably a little more than I am. I would
Yeah.
assume. I don't know too much.
Yeah,
a
so
little bit more than me too. So
we
it's all
did have
good.
we did have a big signing, new member to the Ducati team, which is if I'm right, is the money team.
Okay.
So they're the Dodgers of the,
Oh, the
got it,
Dodgers.
got it,
Dodgers.
got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so- Got it.
Dodgers, Yankees.
Yep. So we'll. I mean, we don't have to really get into it, but we can compare. I mean, him going to the Dodgers of the sports world or racing world.
Mhm.
You think it's all money? You think he wanted it? You think?
So is it like the best racer available?
You know,
Essentially.
he's I think he's definitely up there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't follow too much, but I recognized the name
Uh-huh.
when I saw it.
And you said it was a money team.
Yeah.
That probably comes with equipment and
yeah.
technology,
Oh, yeah.
and if you're the best racer, I think following the money is you're gonna be your
Right, we
best
talk
bet.
about and like same thing with like NASCAR, right?
Yeah.
NASCAR, if you get the
Yeah.
best equipment, you're gonna
win.
shine. That's
Yep.
why you see Joe
Yep.
Gibbs, you see Hendricks, you always see them
Exactly.
guys up there because
Correct.
they're. So I mean, I would follow the money. If you can do it, you might as well do it.
How many years you got?
Exactly.
You
Take the
never
money
know.
and run.
Never know.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think that's just a great idea on his part. So,
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. How
I mean, it
does.
sucks
See how it works
for
out
other
for
people,
team,
but
too.
we'll
Okay.
see how it works for them.
I mean, I'm gonna follow along next year, and maybe we can get a racer or two on here to see what
That'd be nuts,
see what
huh?
they think. Yeah,
That'd be
So,
pretty cool.
we got another week of college football.
What a good weekend.
Great weekend. Indiana stumbles.
Stumbles, yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
That catch though.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
And the ref
Oh
to get
my
it in real
Real
time.
time, real time.
Exactly.
That's why I said that was even
Did
more.
you see the replay of him? He was locked
Oh,
on
yeah.
that
You
sideline.
don't get that. You don't
No.
get that too much. You
That
get a
was
lot of
impressive.
you get a lot of hate when you miss a call, but to make one right like that.
Well, exactly. You don't hear about it.
You don't hear about it
You don't
much.
hear
So
about it.
yeah,
So-
so yeah, they stumbled, but they.
See, the thing about that is, I feel like Penn State is having a bad year, but they were top 5 to start, right?
They
were.
Correct?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Number
that
two.
team
Number
is
two,
still
yeah.
that same team, and I think that to me more shows how good Indiana is, as opposed to them almost stumbling.
Because like we saw last year, right? Indiana couldn't beat, and like they
Couldn't
beat
beat those
the
good
good
teams.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Exactly.
it's definitely an
Yep,
improvement.
they did
on
it to
them, so.
Oregon, and a Penn State team that's had everything against them, new head coach, maybe something to play for now, and they came out and won that game. I think that was a big game for Indiana.
Yes, completely agree. Obviously, the Ohio State hasn't changed. You know, they're not
No
gonna no problems. I mean,
So we got our
Heisman
guy.
candidate, maybe, right?
Maybe, we'll see.
We'll see what
I'm not
happens.
gonna lie, I did not think Julian Sane was that good.
He
He's very, very good.
He is very good. It helps when you have guys that just can catch everything.
Those skill players.
Oh,
Yeah, but that
You're
doesn't.
not
I mean, he
wrong.
still
No,
has some.
you-
He's still
you
got to
gotta
get
get
there.
there.
Yeah, I was about to say
You
you
gotta
still got
get
to
there.
get there,
Correct.
make the right read
Absolutely.
and stuff. So I think
there's a lot
it's
of stuff.
impressive.
There's a lot of stuff you see on Twitter of the check down artist. Well, he's thrown at least 3 or 4 bombs and
Yeah.
50+ yarders to Jeremiah and Carnell and
Dubs dub. They
You
said
know.
the same thing about JJ.
yeah. I mean, we'll see. But we got our top. So we'll go top 12. That's a playoff bracket.
Yep.
Right. Obviously, you got Ohio State at 1.
Yep.
Indiana 2. A&M, Alabama, Georgia, the stupid SEC.
typical.
Tech, Ole Miss, Oregon, Notre Dame, Texas, Oklahoma, BYU.
I'm still surprised Texas is up
I
there.
can't
though.
believe Texas has made its way back.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm still surprised
Uh-huh.
though. It's crazy that they're.
The fall off was insane. I mean,
Yeah.
week 1, you come in, big game, Ohio State, low scoring game,
Mm-hmm.
understandable, right? You're on
Exactly.
the
Yeah, I
road,
feel like that's a
new starting
standard
quarterback,
week 1 game, or yeah.
14-7. I mean, it was
Yeah.
not a pretty game by either team.
No.
Either team was.
I mean,
yeah.
it was kind of what I expected. I think we were texting about it. I said, I expected.
Yep.
2 young quarterbacks.
Making their
First-
kind of first
first
starts.
starts.
Yeah.
What was it? 1 versus 3
Uh-huh.
at the time. It was
Mhm.
like, okay, I got it. But
Mm-hmm.
then, I mean, the fall off was insane.
Yeah.
You struggle with that second team. I don't even remember who it was now.
Me either. And ours just looked bad through the whole.
Yeah.
He was really figuring his legs out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, like you said, and like I said, it was just funny because people were saying, "Oh, we gotta wait till Arch starts," and you had Quinn Ewers last year, and he's
Yeah.
playing really good. Like,
Exactly.
why are you?
Ryan see this and she's still mad. I canceled a trip because we had tickets and I said I can't miss Arch.
Uh-huh.
And this is a once in a lifetime
Yep.
deal. I get to
Yep.
see Manning play, and then
Yep.
he just laid
Late
an
in
egg.
the day. But like I said, we kind of. But yeah, I would have said if it would have been more like now that they both are full gear.
You know,
I mean, the game would have probably
if-
still been something like this,
if
but
they-
maybe.
if they show up in the playoffs and that's a rematch, I think it's
It's a whole different ball
it's
game.
I think it's still the same outcome, but I
do
think
too.
it's a
I think Ohio State's really good.
lot higher scoring, a lot
Yeah,
more
yep.
offense.
Yep. Agreed.
And
Oh yeah. No, it's not going to be a 14-7 game.
No.
definitely-
Sark's a good coach. I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to make something happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any other surprise? I mean, Alabama.
A&M
Georgia,
is always a surprise to me. I feel like they're just going to fall at some point. Them being as high as 3, I don't think they're the class of the SEC.
It's just look at that. 3 out of the top 10 teams are Texas teams. Like that's
right.
Yeah, that's
You
insane.
know,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
that's just.
I
How about
saw
that?
I
You
saw
know?
a graphic that one playoff matchup had Texas Tech and Texas playing in the first round, and a winner plays A&M.
oh,
That's
that'd be
That'd be
sweet.
sweet.
That'd be pretty
That'd be
cool.
sweet.
Sweet.
But that's just crazy though. Like that, that you see that.
Right. I don't know. I saw Oregon. Okay. They had to squeak out one against Iowa.
Yeah. That was. I mean, Iowa's actually their defense is always going to be Iowa defense.
Yeah.
And weren't they at Iowa, right?
Mhm.
I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
So
at
like
Iowa.
playing
Not
at
very
Iowa is not an
Exactly.
easy
No,
task,
it never is.
especially
After that wave in the third.
It's a hard when you wave at the kids, man. It just as a player it
Kids
hypes
that
you up because it
plays.
makes you feel like you're playing for them.
Yeah, Kinnick
So-
is always tough. Noon at Kinnick, good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah. That's a difficult game.
I also I don't know about Notre Dame, man. I mean, I
I've
don't know.
never know how I feel about Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I think they're always suspect. Being independent is so tough.
They should.
I think
they should pick a conference. Really,
I
like
agree.
they can't be.
I don't know.
I
I think
agree.
we're trending towards no conferences in
Well,
general.
that's what it looks like
That's
after
what it looks like.
after the recent update.
Yeah. So I mean, I can see these big schools, Michigan, Ohio State, USC.
All being independent.
I can see them going independent, and then the smaller.
It's all about the
sports,
money now. Now that the NIL
especially
has
football.
invaded. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I think football could be everybody's independent. Schedule who you want to schedule,
Yeah.
and then the smaller sports, including basketball. At this
Mhm.
point, I mean, because basketball is not as big, but they're in a conference.
Yeah.
They're in something.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's what I also like. Notre Dame actually is a part of conference.
A conference,
It's
right.
like
Other
in-
sports.
and
In
yeah,
hockey
in
they
hockey
are, in
at the Big Ten,
basketball they
and then
are,
I
yeah.
think they're
ACC and
and
basketball.
basketball. So that's how it should be. I mean, for
Exactly.
that. But I agree with the football part that
Yeah.
football's so big that
Right.
it's just kind of a thing that you just know.
It's just turning into the NFL Junior.
So
Yes.
NFL G League.
Right. So we got our top 12. I guess I have a question. Do you really want the 1 seed? I mean, there's no reseeding, right?
No,
It's
and
not
that's
like-
I exactly. I don't think so because the reseeding, not having the reseeding, you can get screwed.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like right now Ohio State would have to play the winner of Oregon Notre Dame.
Uh huh.
I mean,
Yeah, I like feeling that's not.
come on.
Yeah,
No, they need to take a out of the NFL's blueprint and reseed after every round because it just doesn't make sense. They had that issue last year with
Yep.
all 4 teams who had the bye losing
Mhm.
after the bye. It's like, is this going to take a couple more years to finally dial this thing in? And
yeah,
I think it
and
is.
it will take a while. I mean, we
Uh-huh.
talked about it a couple podcasts ago, just talking about or is it actually for me it's different. Like I don't want that many teams in the playoffs. I just want a little
12
smaller.
is absolutely max. Yeah,
Yeah,
it should
you
be
can't. You
more
cannot.
8.
It can't. It just can't get any bigger.
Yep.
It's hard
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially football. Football is not.
because
Yeah.
you're hitting people. Like, and that's
Uh-huh.
why I said March Madness works because
I guess now that these kids
Yeah.
are getting paid, it's a different story. But playing 16, 17 games is a lot of games, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big deal in the NFL when they changed it to 17.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not just money.
Just a
I mean,
grueling
safety
schedule.
of-
I mean, literally
safety of
safety.
people.
Yeah.
safety. And that's why I said it's safety, 100%.
These
And-
athletes, they're so athletic now. They're faster, stronger, and jump higher than they ever have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's
I mean, I don't know. I think it's it'll be interesting for sure.
Mhm.
See what happens. I mean, I don't know. I think it obviously Ohio State guy, but I think it's going to take a lot for them to stumble.
I do too.
And I don't see. I mean, obviously you worry about every game you go into,
Mhm.
but there's not a team on this list that I look at and go, "Oof, if we see them."
No, and
I don't know.
I think with the NIL, it has brought a parity to college football we've never had before. It's so fun to watch. It's seriously like anything can happen. College football was awesome for that anything could happen any given week. It's even more so now. There's not this Ohio State being the cream of the crop. But again, Michigan fan, I look at it as they're not unbeatable.
Yeah.
Everybody on this list can be beat any
Yeah.
given week.
That's what makes it fun.
It is awesome.
And I think every team has been close, minus Ohio State.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
They've just been
they've
blowing people out.
trailed.
Of the
They've trailed twice all year. I mean,
Right.
3-0
First quarter, maybe. Yeah.
3-0 to Washington and 3-0 to Purdue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause they got the ball first.
yeah, I'm about to say it's because they got the ball
Like,
first
come
and they
on.
scored. Oh.
Oh, they got a field goal. Okay.
So yeah, no, I feel like Ohio State really doesn't have a.
A hiccup yet. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And we'll see. I mean, it's going to be cold.
November
not
is
cold,
where they,
but
start to happen, but
It's-
we'll see. They look like they're rolling right now.
It's night game this weekend.
What do they got this week?
UCLA.
Okay.
Not that it should be tough, but it's going to be a little chilly.
And
It's
again,
going to be night.
5-star quarterback over there that
Yeah.
made it happen at points last year, has shown flashes of it. Things happen in college football. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, you never know, but I don't see.
No, I don't either.
I don't see
UCLA's
much of a game.
No.
I,
They had their two game run for a while where he looked good again, and he's kind of fallen off. But
intern
we'll see.
coach
You know,
that came out hot.
Yep.
And,
exactly.
but
Hey, everyone does great when the coach gets fired. I swear, man.
Yeah,
I swear
yeah,
they,
it's hard
they
have
do
this
something.
new energy.
They
Yeah.
get that new energy. Like, oh, I was just getting sheltered. I felt like,
right.
or
Oh,
whatever.
I can,
So
I can go free. I can
Yeah.
sling
sling it
now.
again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, well, slinging it. I mean, Mendoza's been slinging it.
Holy cow! I
Yeah.
had not even heard of that guy before this year.
Yeah, and Signetti's got a way of bringing these guys
He sure
out
does,
of the
man.
woodwork and making them good.
I would love to play for that guy.
Yeah.
Signetti
Yeah,
has
he's.
taken-
That's why I said that is one guy that I think is
taken me by storm.
Smart,
Again, didn't even hear that guy before last year, and then you start seeing these interviews. Where'd he come from? James Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah, you start seeing these interviews, and you're like, is he cocky? And then no, this is just like a confidence that he brings to this whole team.
He's kind of
that
he's kind of got the Urban Meyer, like the
Yeah.
He started low.
he's got
And
this
everywhere he
chip
goes,
on
he
his
just
shoulder,
wins.
man.
And
Yeah,
I see it
I
like
mean-
in Dan Campbell, right? Dan
Yeah.
Campbell brings that energy
Yeah.
where he just wants, and
Yeah.
he'll own up to the mistakes.
He'll
Like
fight
he doesn't
the
make the
kneecap.
mistake.
Yeah.
He says the team, no, like
Yeah.
if the team does good, he makes the team.
Like I
happy.
loved
Yeah.
that interview with
Yeah,
Signetti and Aaron Andrews before the Penn State game. She asked him like, Indiana's never won here. What do you think?
This
He says
team's
these
never
guys
won
have
here."
never played here.
Here, yep.
Like, let's go.
I thought that was a great
That was
remark.
awesome,
that was a
man.
great,
Awesome.
great remark for sure.
Because no, they haven't. This group of guys, this Indiana team, this brand of football has never been here before.
And
Let's show them what we're
Yeah.
about. And man, was that a game.
And Indiana, like I said, is just doing this with like not a lot of money.
they are
like,
not
their
a
wins
5-star
are
program.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
And I mean, this. I feel like though, if he can keep doing this, he's gonna keep bringing in guys, even if
Very
it
quickly
isn't
gonna turn
with
it
a lot of
around.
money. Like
Yep.
he's just gonna bring in guys like, hey, if you want to win,
That's the thing. I mean, last year he brought in all those James Madison guys, so
Mhm.
guys he's known, guys he's coached.
James Madison guys goes
he-
to the playoff.
Yeah, it goes to playoffs.
Which
and
they
it gives
thought,
Ohio
it was a
State-
little empty, those wins last year. But
I mean-
this year, man, he's got some good ones under his belt.
I mean, they came into Columbus last year undefeated and put up a hell of a game for 2.5, 3 quarters.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
they were in it until the fourth quarter.
And then who'd they lose? Notre Dame in the playoff.
Yeah, they
Yep.
went to South Bend and
Uh-huh.
just kind of.
yeah, I think it just it was just tough. It's hard to win on the road
Uh-huh.
a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And any football.
And I believe that was a snowy game in South Bend. Like
Yeah,
you said.
Friday night, first
Yeah,
playoff game, a lot of
yeah.
attention, a lot
Bright
of
lights
lot
on
of
that
stuff.
Indiana team that had never seen something like that before.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, Notre Dame had a experienced squad last year. I mean, Riley
Yeah, they did.
Leonard and
Yep.
Freeman's a pretty good coach.
Yeah, Freeman's a great coach, I think too. I mean, they're like you said, they can be suspect though because we
Uh-huh.
don't know. Like you
Uh-huh.
never know what you're gonna get from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I'd run
Freeman's
through a
are
brick
pretty-
wall for that guy, too. Yeah, he's pretty.
yeah.
He seems like a good coach.
Yeah.
All right, so we got IU. We got Mendoza, who I guess last I checked, it was tied as a favorite.
Was saying his favorite. I think it was plus
Saying-
175.
Saying, and I saw Simpson in there too.
Yep.
But we're your typical Midwest football guys, so we're
Yep.
gonna stay out of the SEC.
Yeah.
I think I know, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Mendoza is saying,
For the Heisman?
yeah,
Oh man, oh man, oh man! Right
For
now,
me-
I mean, the way that it's, if Ohio State stays on this, it's going to go to Sand. If they keep playing teams like this, they beat Michigan. Julian Sand probably deserves it, but man, I think I'm just an Ohio State hater. I want
Gus
to go to
Johnson
Mendoza.
said it.
Heisman
Heisman moment. You have
That
to
was a-
come back against
that was a Heisman moment.
crappy
Yes.
team to win.
And that's the best part though is that the Heisman moment, right? Like everyone's when an announcer says that,
And
Yeah.
usually,
Yeah.
and you know what? Those things happen in November, and man, was that a perfect time for him to have his.
just
Well, we'll
you know,
just play. We'll pull our starters until the fourth quarter, and maybe it'll
Maybe
be
have a
close enough.
comeback.
Yeah, you
It'll
know.
be close enough that
Yep.
Sane has to come in and
Yep.
drive down the field.
Well, that's the thing, though, is it's the same thing with Desmond Howard, right? When Keith Jackson said, "Hello, Heisman," right? You know, I'm just saying, you know, I mean, there might have been against
Some
a
things are
team.
spoken to existence.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, usually you can speak into existence, and you know, usually it works. Especially Gus Johnson, probably one of the most, if not popular.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's a love or hate. People
Yeah,
love
yeah,
him or people
hate
hate
him,
him.
yeah.
There's really no in between with that guy.
Yeah. So then we got, you know, the NFL, right? So there's a lot going on in the NFL,
Takes
Mike.
a lot.
Like as the Lions, right? You had the president on.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, huh?
Donald J.
I
Trump was.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to listen to it. I was playing with my son at the time, so I had it on mute. But I did see him on.
Thought that was a pretty interesting. You know, he was so he was calling plays, right? And it was just a very
Really?
unique-
Well,
yeah,
well.
well, that's why I said you got to kind of watch it a little bit. He wasn't really calling plays.
Second guess.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, so I thought that was just interesting, though. He was calling plays, and he
Yeah,
was
that's
they,
too funny.
they
yeah,
asked,
and
him
it's just
to,
like,
asked him to commentate, and he just said, "Oh, it's a very important down. Here's your typical down on third down. It's a big third down here."
yeah, the typical announcing that hey, it's a big third down and 4 for
It's very large
at the
third
time.
down.
Washington obviously had the ball, so
Uh-huh.
just you know, it was just kind of funny though that he was saying
It's
that.
pretty cool that he was at the game though, and Amon Ra hits him with the Trump dance.
yeah.
Deron
Also, though-
Payne hitting Amon Ra in the jaw. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, but it was just funny though that the Lions, Dan Campbell calling the plays now.
That was great.
That was
very good.
and we saw the
Very
one
good.
highlight that right before Jamison Williamson, you know, went into the end zone. He went.
Uh-huh.
So
he
listen
went
to this.
yes.
I heard the backstory on this today on Amon Ra's podcast. They got Equanimous asked him about it, and he said that the play clock was at 17 seconds, and at 15 seconds, you know, with green dot quarterback loses communication with the play caller.
Uh-huh.
So he had 2 seconds to play the call. He didn't get the full play call in, so he hit his play sheet like crap. I didn't get all that in. JG gets the rest of the call in, throws the touchdown to JMO, but that was not an excited. That was an oh crap.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
There we go.
yes.
Okay. See, I didn't hear that
Uh-huh.
today, so that's
Uh-huh.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that he didn't think that Jared Goff was going to be able to get the rest of the play call in, and Jared Goff, you know, luckily knowing the offense,
Yes.
could come up with the rest of the words.
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So they look good, right?
They look great. They look great
pretty
again
good.
on offense. You know, offensive line looked like it was humming. You know that, and that's the heartbeat of the Lions. I think that's if Decker's healthy, Panay's healthy, everything can be fine. Glasgow at center is iffy for me. I think that Tate Ratledge at guard is going to be a superstar, but yeah, man, got to have our outsides healthy. That is the heartbeat.
Well, yeah, 'cause
you
we-
know,
that's
and
our-
I've
that's
already
the thing.
seen Panay go down a couple times this year where I'm just like, uh-oh, I might need to turn the TV off, you know, because that guy is, if he goes down, it single-handedly will take this to a 500 team. You know, I mean, other than Jared Goff, I think he is the most important piece of the offense.
He's a heartbeat, man. He's
Yeah.
one of the heartbeats for
Yeah.
the Lions, just
He
because.
pulls for, you know, I mean, you see him running down the sideline every game, man. They get, you know, the Lions social media team will always have a video of him on after the game, sprinting down, blowing somebody up, you know, pushing the guy into the end
And
zone.
that's
He's
what I
just a
also love about the
bully,
Lions
man.
is they all play as a team. The wide receivers want to block for the running backs. You watch a lot of
No block,
guys.
no rock.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I said. They don't. You watch a lot of other teams. They don't like to block for the running
Yep.
back, and then they complain that they're
Yep.
not getting the ball. It's like, well,
Exactly, and that's been a big thing with JMO, you know, where he wasn't getting the ball for a couple games and stuff, but then you watch film, you watch the game, you see how hard he's blocking. He's just fine.
Yeah.
End of
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's just fine.
So we'll go different here. So there was one firing. Giants fired.
Which surprised me.
Yeah.
I thought, because I mean they've lost a couple close games or they've had leads and this and that, but Daboll's an offensive guy, and I thought he finally just got his pieces to make something happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he
And,
was
you know,
having it- I
Scadaboo
mean,
goes
Scad-
down with
yeah.
a gnarly ankle
Oh,
injury,
yeah.
and then you know
The neighbors
Jackson,
going down earlier this year too,
Yeah,
right? So like you
exactly.
have a lot of your
Yeah,
offensive guys
Jackson,
going.
Jackson Dart's getting beat up.
Yeah.
I
beat
mean,
up, fourth
I
time
mean-
in the concussion protocol, finally getting out. You know, they might. It almost looks like they may be in a little trouble.
And
with
I think
that
it's time.
protocol.
I think it's time for Russ to hang it up. I mean, he comes
He
in
looks
and
bad,
just looks
man.
bad.
He looks
It
bad.
almost
bad.
like looks intentional.
It does.
You know, I don't think it is, but
No, it
it,
looks
it,
bad.
it looks like he comes after and goes, "Well, I'll show you." Put me on. The bench.
Put me on the. I'm about to say,
Yeah.
I'll show
Bench
you how
me
it's.
again, I dare you.
right?
Yeah.
And now you got Mr. Eating
Yeah,
W's.
Oh,
eating-
Jameis.
Good old Jameis.
I hope he never hangs him up.
No. He was quoting. He was
I
quoting
saw
Hamilton
that,
this
yeah.
week.
So yeah,
The
Jameis
greatest
is.
in the world,
I'm about to say
baby.
he's a funny guy. So yeah, hopefully he'll just keep playing, even if he
Yeah.
is usually a backup, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
he should be fun this weekend to see what he does.
Yeah.
I picked him up on my fantasy team, so we'll see who he does good.
There's a big old goose egg.
Hoping for 5 points this week.
Yeah, baby.
Then you got the NBA though too. You know the NBA just kind of
Chugging along.
Pistons are looking good.
Pistons are looking
Pistons
great.
playing
You know?
real well.
Especially they didn't have any, like they had 3 of the starters down last week
Exactly.
or yesterday. Excuse
exactly.
me, and they still balled out. Like
Mhm.
what?
Cade looks like the real deal. He's coming into himself.
Yeah, and like he's been through it all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He was there when they were just
Bad.
bad, and
I feel like the Tigers and the Pistons are kind of on like the same wavelength right now of slowly pushing themselves up in their conference or American League, just kind of finding their way and slow working it, building the core, building the young team, and it seems like in the next couple of years, I think both those teams are going to be in buy mode. Pushing for the
Yes.
big name to get them through that next level, and it's
Yeah.
very exciting. Right
yes,
here.
as Detroit.
sports.
I'm about to say Detroit sports right now is just very,
Very
exciting.
exciting.
I mean, the Red Wings are kind of fluttering, but it's just they finally got their young guys up that everyone's been waiting for,
Yep.
and now we're.
The Wins aren't winning.
The wins
yeah.
are yeah. It's hard because obviously I'm the biggest Steve Eiserman
I know.
lover in the
I
world,
know.
man, and
That was our youth, man. That's how we grew
you're
up. Yeah.
And it just sucks that that's how it is.
And I trusted the Eiser plan. I still trust the Eiser plan, but man, it's running out of time.
It's yeah. It's been 8 years.
Running out
You
of
know, I
steam.
mean, I understood just because Eiserman he can't build a winner right off the bat. I get
No.
it. And it's hockey for you, right?
Exactly.
You can't build
correct.
winners like that.
If you have
know?
nothing in the cupboard, good luck.
Yeah,
Unless
and
you're
they
an
didn't.
expansion team.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which sadly, Red Wings are not an
They're
expansion team.
Very far from it.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the oldest teams there. So I think it's time to
Any
dive
other
into
sports?
some.
Any other updates on sports we can think of before we get into some wrestling?
Wrestling.
Some wrestling.
I think it's time for some wrestling times.
wrestling,
Yes.
so-
Wrestling.
We didn't get any fan questions, so
Sorry.
thanks a lot for that. No, just kidding. We have a couple fans that I don't think are our wives or Liam's wife. So thanks for that. Like it and share it and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We're maybe get some better quality video next time. But anyway, so we got a wrestler here. We
Former wrestler.
We kind of talked about it a little bit last week. We didn't get too deep into it, but
Because we don't know a lot about
some
it. So.
basics.
Yeah.
Some
So-
basic stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess we know who you are already, but
Yep.
tell us about your wrestling career.
Yeah, so wrestling, I started in 2nd grade. Funny story. I was born in Dearborn Heights. Moved to Dundee area when I was 3 years old, and I was about 7 or 8 when my buddy brings a flyer from elementary school, and he says, "Hey man, you should try out wrestling. I've been doing it for a couple of years. Sounds fun." And so I take it home to my dad, and he doesn't know much about it, this and that, but he knew about Dundee, the small town that we lived in. And this was 2002, 2003. Dundee had just won a team state championship in 2001 and was coming off of a four-peat in 1995, 96, 97, and 98. So there was some recent success that he had known about. And so he takes the flyer, he looks at me, and he says, "Are you sure?"
And true
I said,
Troy,
"Yeah,
in
I
true
think
Troy
so."
fashion.
I think so. And stuck it out, all the way through high school. It shaped my life. That's absolutely. It was the most influential sport I did. I'm more thankful to that. There's so many life lessons that I learned, and yeah, it was the best thing I could have ever done.
And wrestling's such a big family thing too, right? Just,
Your family gets involved. It
and
is
I think there is a
definitely,
lot of yelling on those
Yeah,
in those
yeah,
bleachers,
yeah,
as I'm sure
absolutely.
you know a lot
Oh
of.
man, inside those walls, that the practices were where you become somebody.
Yeah, you go
And
from
then
a boy to
the
a
meets
man.
are fun. The
like
meets
that.
are exactly. The meets are fun. The inside those walls, man, you get beat up.
Yep. And if you're not getting beat up,
Yeah.
there's something wrong.
exactly.
They're gonna find a way to beat you up, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, and I'm sure you guys have something like because I did not wrestle, but in Manchester we have, in our
Very
room,
good.
we have also there's like people of all the 100
Yes,
winners and
yes,
all that
yes,
stuff.
yes.
And I
Yeah,
think
all
that's
all the state champs,
Yeah,
all
but
the
it's
team
all-
state champ banners. A picture of everyone who's been a part of the team, everyone who's won an individual, are on the walls right when you walk down the hallway. Man,
and I feel like
It's-
that's just it makes you determined to
Absolutely.
be that guy.
Absolutely.
For those 4 years. that
And
you're
since
high
I
school.
left, they put about 2 or 3 times the amount that were up. But that it's Dundee's just gotten into a national level at this point. I'm very happy to be an alum.
Yes.
It's exciting to watch these guys. You feel a little proud, like you kind of set this up for these guys to have this work ethic, and you kind of like set the foundation of it. But they're the ones doing it. Ultimately, like this is a height that I would have never seen. They're ranked top 25 every year. It's a program that I would have never expected to get to this point.
Right.
There was a couple times when I was in high school, we got to like top 50 in the nation and stuff, and like that was like, holy cow, these guys, these are some bad dudes.
Yeah.
That's
And is it
solid
like is it the same kind of coach or is it the?
And
is
so
it-
yes, the head coach now is the assistant coach when I was in school. Garrett Stevens, great guy. Funny enough, put the roof on this house. Yep,
Thanks, Garrett.
yep, great guy.
So that's pretty great though. That's awesome that
and
that-
so again, small town Dundee, everyone stays in the community. Everyone gives back. Wrestlers from the 90s, those 4 Pete State Championships, they're coaching their kids now. They're helping the youth teams. They're coaching the middle school My Way clubs. It's a tight-knit community, tight-knit group. It really feels good to watch the success that happens. I'm
Because-
not in it as much. My boys don't wrestle, but I'll have another one coming up that will be a little wrestling. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what.
Well, you got to think too. Is that
It's fun to
Taylor,
watch.
Taylor
Yeah.
says about
Yeah.
that.
well? No, it's a great thing though that like as it should be. It should start from the bottom, right?
Exactly.
Because if you
Yep.
start when you get to high school, you're not gonna, you don't get that experience
Yep.
that you've had. Like,
And I'm going
as
to
you-
shout out The Rock, Ron Silvera. That is The Rock of Dundee Wrestling right there.
So that's awesome.
Sweet. So, I guess we kind of looked into it, but in terms of professionalism, what's the highest?
So, Olympics is essentially, I would say, the highest because that would, even more than professional level, I feel like an Olympic gold is the highest pinnacle of any sport. So that's it. But recently, 2025, Hulk Hogan has backed a... Oh, what is the name of it? It is a Real American Freestyle or Real American Wrestling or something like that. And it's Hulk Hogan backed. It brings guys that are training for the Olympics and some high level college guys and puts them on TV, like CW50 or something.
Okay.
So like it actually is kind of
Sweet.
getting itself out, and it pays these guys. It's a professional avenue for these wrestlers because there really wasn't a
Yeah.
professional avenue. Ultimately, your route to the Olympics was you're going to get sponsored by a training center, and they'll give you a place to stay, food and this and that. But like you're not really making money. You're just kind of working your butt off, and for a lot of hope,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah,
And
Hey, that's a lot
now
of
I
work.
think this NIL and stuff, it can kind of help these wrestlers out, kind of reach the next level. American wrestling since 80s, 90s, 2000s is really stepping its game up. We've had a lot more medalists, women getting introduced in 2004 in the Olympic Games. Sarah Hildenbrand, gold medalist last Olympics. Wrestling United States getting a lot better. I know there wasn't a medalist in Greco-Roman for a while. Just all, every weight class, it seems like it's getting, the cupboards are filling up, guys are pushing each other, more money's getting involved in the sport. It's kind of reaching new levels in America.
Which is
That's
great.
great.
It's a great.
Which
It's a
is
great
good.
thing, And
Exactly.
so because I only knew about really the Olympics, right? That is the pinnacle. But then
Yep.
you got, like you said, the top college athletes, man. Like the Big Ten, man. That is
Big
Oh,
Ten
Big Ten
wrestling.
wrestling.
Big Ten
as it
wrestling
gets,
is
man.
just as good as it gets.
Iowa,
So-
Michigan, Ohio State, everybody has a chance at having a national champion. Literally just about everyone in the Big Ten, and then Penn State just blows everyone out the water every year.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, they're
It's-
always top.
it's
top
Big Ten
every.
country,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
that's
my
where
gosh. Yeah.
wrestling lives.
And like you said, that's some big boys too. If you
Yes,
got
it is.
so.
Yes,
and
it
that's
is.
that's some great wrestling if you
Uh-huh.
do. If you can watch the Big Ten Network.
And it's
I mean,
awesome.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor right down the road. There's a kid from Dundee that goes to Penn State, but Ann Arbor, right down the road, you can get all sorts of good wrestling right there at Cliff Keen Arena, within 30, 45 minutes.
That's the goal.
World-class wrestlers, Olympic champs walk through them doors.
I think that's the goal. I think this goal of the podcast, obviously have some fun, talk some sports, but somebody that's on the verge of, do I wrestle? Do I do this?
Yeah.
Do I do that?
Oh, man.
Listen to these guys. Go watch it. Go, hopefully we can start finding some places to go and watch stuff and talk to people and we can get more involved and stuff.
Of course.
I think just,
Yeah, man, because if you guys have never been to a wrestling match, Cliff Keen would be a fun one. I mean, they can put on. There's another high school, Detroit Catholic Central. Every year they put on an assembly duel for their high school team, and noon, 1 o'clock, they take everyone out of class, bring everyone into the gym, and put it on.
There you go.
Put it on.
I probably those kids love it though too.
That's
man.
gonna be great because I know I never went to one wrestling match.
No, exactly. It's
a great time.
But it is not a sport that a lot of people really know about, or you're just like, they're really long days. It's hard to get somebody interested who has no idea about the sport to begin with. So I can understand that. But yeah, go watch some wrestling. Maybe go see just like a single match. Nothing where it's a long day like a Saturday. But yeah.
So you said Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
What was the highest level you went?
Highest level I went, I only wrestled through high school, so I was an all-state wrestler in high school, and a team state champion. There were opportunities that I wrestled on this Team Michigan. I did that, traveled the United States a little bit with this team. It was put on by who is now Sports Addicts. It was Wrestling Addicts back in the day, and they're like an apparel company, kind of, locally in the Midwest. And so they sponsored us, and we wrestled. We went to this Virginia Duels a couple different times. So I did some national kind of circuits and this and that. But no, I was just your average high school wrestler, man.
Just your average Joe, eh?
Yeah.
That's your average Joe.
So what drew you to this sport other than your buddy telling you, right? Like what made it happen? Like other than like what goes into all that stuff?
I wanted to learn how to tackle for football.
Okay, see, that's
and a double leg was the closest thing I could get.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I loved it, and I had some success my first year. I did the little kids club stuff and this and that, the local Monroe County things, and then my second year, one of my good buddies' dads was like, "Hey, we see some potential, let's start doing some more of the state stuff." And my second year I won a state championship. So I was pretty good, early, and this was like 3rd, 4th grade, so winning makes you love things.
Oh, yeah.
And eventually, you go through different spurts. You can get burnout. I think 5th or 6th grade, I took a year off in wrestling and then got back to it and got my love for the sport again. And no, it's just tough. It's mentally tough. It's physically tough. If you do it all year round, I think I got burnout on doing it all year round. I was a multiple sport guy. I played, baseball and football as well, and
college is
wanted to play
like when you
basketball in
actually
middle
have,
school.
college is like when you can, like if you do want to get into it and you want to try to progress throughout your life,
Exactly.
you got to do other stuff because otherwise, like you said, you get burnt out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You don't want to be burnt out.
Yeah. And where were we at? Where did we start? What was that starting question?
Oh man,
I went on a tangent there.
No, we just asked what drew you to the sport.
Oh yeah. And at that point, you just you have a little bit of success, and then I watched these. So I had a sister that was 8 years older than me. Put that in perspective. When I'm in like early middle school, she's in like high school. So she had friends that were wrestlers that I just absolutely looked up to. We were my freaking heroes. This one kid, Marty. He was the state champ, 152 pounds, and he dated my sister's best friend. He'd come over to the house, and this state champ wrestler was just a statue, a Greek god to me. You know what I'm saying? Just like this massive being, and so you fall in love with those guys, and when he graduated, I cried my eyes out, and just like things like that. As a kid, you just attach onto those things, and wrestling was one of those ones that I just loved. Almost immediately.
No, that's great. So what is one thing about your sport that someone doesn't maybe know, that going into it?
These guys are tough. Tough almost like I want to, you know, I haven't done it, but I want to step into the territory of saying tough, almost like hockey players, man. Knock a tooth out, da-da-da, tape it up, tape yourself up. One story, 2008, 2009, 2007, Tyrell Todd, 184 pounds from Michigan, blows his knee out, ACL, PCL, LCL, the whole shebang in the Big Ten tournament, loses in the Big Ten tournament final when that match happens, and he taped it up and wrestled in the NCAAs and took second. Wrestled a whole 3-day tournament off a completely blown knee. Just like straight gone. Another kid from my high school did the same thing. Didn't know it. You know, he comes up to me in drafting class one day and is like, it kind of hurts to bend my knee. You know, like I can't bend down or whatever. I'm like, well, don't tell coach, man.
Don't tell coach.
We got 2 weeks left, buddy. You know, like you better buckle up. He comes out after the season, dude, blown. I mean, to pieces. Yeah, I mean, just like nothing left. These guys, they're tough and they are athletes. As much as you want to think like there's not a whole lot of athletic to wrestling, which, you know, there's both ends of the spectrum. Sometimes you got some meatheads that just, you know, can use brute strength and this and that. But no, these guys are purebred athletes, man. Not gonna say they can shoot a basketball and this and that, but
yeah, but wrestling, I feel like, is so technical and
exactly,
so, you know,
exactly. Yeah.
And that's what I think I love about wrestling / hockey, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, they are tough son of a guns.
Yep.
Because they will go through anything, and like you said, guys tearing out and they are still trying to go through it. So like, I'm here because I'm here for my team.
Exactly.
I don't want to show my team that I'm a failure to them. So, and then you know, go back to the Olympics though. So, you know, I heard there were some crazy stories about the Olympics.
Oh,
there.
yeah. 2000. Alexander Karelin, guy who had won, I don't know, it was like 7 straight years of not giving up a point, 1,300 consecutive matches, something like that. Someone check my math or check the facts on that. It's something around that. Loses to Rulon Gardner of the United States. This was ultimately David Glass' story. Craziest upset of all time. You know, never done before, never done after. And funny story, I actually had Rulon's shoes when I was in high school.
Okay.
And after I got out of school, I was fortunate enough that they had stopped making them like my sophomore year. After my senior year, I was able to sell those off for like almost $1,300. Because they were worth so much money because of Rulon's name being inscribed on the shoe, stitched into the shoe. And the upset in 2000, they only made these shoes for 2 or 3 years or so. And it was just a collector's item at that point, you know. Big upset. Rulon went on the Biggest Loser, I believe, actually, shortly after that. He was a heavyweight wrestler. These guys were heavyweights. And, yeah, Rulon is a staple of the American wrestling community. One of the greatest of all time.
That's pretty insane. But awesome, though, for obviously USA. So, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, we like our around the world, you know.
It was almost like no one had even expected it to be a match whatsoever, and all of a sudden Rulon comes out on top. You know, it just
was it by pin? What was it? You know, by
no, it was overtime. So freestyle rules have changed over the years, but in this particular Olympics, it was you had to keep your hands locked around his body, and whoever gave up the body lock first lost. And so around this time, there had been a rule change to where that was the overtime rule, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it was almost along the lines of where it looked like Karelin forgot about the rule and unlocked his hands to make a move and then went back. So it's kind of been like a, you know, as in the Russian end, it would be like, oh, well, that was a fluke, you know. But end of the day, the rules are rules. You gotta know your rules.
The rules have you gotta know your rules.
Yeah, so he won. Rulon won by him letting go of his hands and, you know, grabs the flag, drapes it over him. One of the greatest, you know. It's a miracle.
Probably one of the greatest Olympic moments too.
Dude.
You know,
miracle
right?
on the mat. It was awesome.
And I feel like Russia's always been, you know,
when
just
you beat Russia, nothing feels better.
Exactly, you know,
Yep.
1980.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
You know, we always will tell you that. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I mean, I got nothing else. I'm good with the wrestling. I mean,
well, let's dive deeper though into like maybe like you said, we'll have to go to a match and check out some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
what?
Maybe we get
no
some
doubt.
clearance to record and
Uh-huh.
and maybe we'll find somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that we can get in.
Not hard to find, man. Yep. Not around here, at least.
Yeah, Liam knows everybody, so
Yeah.
he'll have this shared on
We'll work
Facebook
on
in
it.
no time. And we'll
Yeah.
have all the followers.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, but thanks for taking time.
Yeah, hey man, it's
Coming
fun.
out.
A lot of fun. You guys are great.
We have let's see, we got some holidays coming up, but we do have one thing coming down the pipeline. We're going to preview / do some history. Use my history minor here.
About time.
Yeah.
like you
right,
said,
about
your mom,
time.
like you said, your mom would be proud of you.
Yeah, she'd be proud. Use my history lesson here. We're gonna go over the game. We're gonna get some. Hopefully, we have at least one former player coming on.
Yep, one former player hopefully coming on and talking about it. And
I've fangirled and reached out to multiple Ohio State players, so they're business chats that they'll never open. But
well, right, they
hey,
probably get a million of those today. You know,
swing your shot, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So, we'll get that going, and maybe we'll even put a friendly wager on it. So,
yep.
I think that's a good idea.
You always gotta have a friendly way.
Yeah,
I mean,
good
that's,
idea.
I think we're gonna.
You got both ends of the spectrum
Yeah,
here. You
I
got to
think
do
we're-
something.
well, we
we're
for
gonna-
sure will do that.
I think we're gonna go get some wrestling moves in. I'm gonna put John in a singlet, and
Uh-oh.
Liam's gonna beat him up. So,
Okay, great.
we'll add that in. But again, I mean, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. However you do it, we're still new. Our quality's not great, but hopefully we give something you like to listen to, and share it with friends. We're gonna be those greedy people that
Hey, you gotta-
keep
you gotta
saying
get the name
share, like, share, subscribe, turn the bell on, do all that
yeah,
fun
yeah.
stuff. you
Do
know?
that for a little bit, yeah.
The stuff
Click
that,
the little bell.
yeah, click that little bell there. Maybe we can edit in a link, edit in something.
Uh-huh.
Get an editor in here. But
Which is still up for grabs. If
yeah,
anybody...
still up for grabs. Your unpaid internship. I'm sure there's a college kid that needs some work.
Need
Yeah,
something.
so
Figure it out.
all right, till next time.
Go blue.